All right, I wrote down the cons now. So we're gonna start with PC. Price right here. Well, a lot of people are gonna say, well, I can get a laptop for $200 at Walmart. Yeah, you can, but it ain't gonna run anything straight up. This is one of the main reasons why I left PC gaming, because consoles is just cheaper. But if you're gonna run like modern 2021 games and stuff like that, and you're not using a gaming laptop and you're using your towers, it's gonna cost $2,000 in US dollars to do that, to build it and all this other crap. So it's gonna get expensive really quickly. Two, upgrades. That's operating systems like Windows 10, Windows 11, that sort of thing. They're not going to support, like, if you're running like an older operating system and the games upgrade to a new one, they're not going to run on your operating system. You have to get a new computer and stuff like that. And some games can't run on your video cards, so you're going to need to upgrade that too. Same with your processor and all this other stuff. And it just can be pretty expensive, you know? And next we got viruses. Well, viruses and hacking are in the same category. You browse your internet with the whole computer and stuff like that. So your vulnerability, cyber-wise, is going to be higher than you're on your consoles because you don't browse the internet on these. You can if you want to, but most people are not going to do that. They're going to use their smartphone. And hacking, it's easier on the computer because most hacks are targeted to a Windows operating system. So there's your problem right there. Next, we got heat. Well, when you play games, like, the heat inside the computer goes up and stuff like that. And unless you have good cooling inside your computer, it's going to overheat and it's going to burn. Like, literally, you can even cause a fire like that if you're not careful. That's why you always got to clean your fans, filters, have a good coolant system in there and everything. Difficulty. All these points right here is why I say PC is difficult. Meaning, like, consoles, you just plug it in, update, and that's it. PC, you have to build that thing. You gotta compare specifications. You gotta, what's it called? Know what you're doing to set it up. You gotta do updates, virus scans, memory backups, all kinds of things. Check the compatibility and a lot of stuff. That's why I say it's very difficult with PC, unless you know what you're doing with a computer. Can you learn? Yes, you can. If you want a PC, you can learn how to do it, but it's going to be harder than a console. Next, we got no Switch games, no PlayStation games, and some of the Xbox games are not found on PC, even though they're Microsoft. So it depends. Like, if we're talking God of War, and I'm not talking about the current one, PC is going to be very hard for you if you want PlayStation games. The same goes with Switch and Xbox games. Because all these companies are all these platforms are territorial, so they're not going to want to share their games. And then we got launchers like Steam, Origin, Blizzard, Ubisoft Connect. I think that's what they call it now. It used to be called Uplay. You got Origin, you got Epic, you got that sort of thing. You got to download those, update those, buy games through those, and it throws your whole thing off. Versus these games, you just get the CD or download, you just download like that. So that's why I say, like, this can be difficult. So that's all for the PC cons. Switch cons. Battery, like I said earlier, 3 hours of battery life on average if you're running like a really hard game like Doom Eternal or Skyrim, and 6 hours of battery life if you're playing like an easy game that's not so demanding performance-wise. And you got to recharge that battery. So that's a con, but that's also a plus depending on like if you got a power outage or something. So there's that. No sales. Well, that I kind of said it as an opinion. It might not be a fact, but it's rare when Nintendo has sales for their games. So yeah, one of those chips could be pretty expensive. Performance. The Switch is not going to be as strong as the PS5 and the Xbox, but it's great if you're like always on the move and you can't like set up a TV or something. Now Xbox evens the odds with xCloud. PlayStation used to have a portable PlayStation, but that's off topic. Portability is a plus for Nintendo, but it cannot be as powerful as PS5 and the Xbox. Then we got no Xbox PlayStation games. That's what I explained here with that. And then there's two different models. You got, what's it called? The Switch Lite, which is what one of my relatives has. And that one you can't plug into a TV. It's portable just like your iPhone. And then we got the regular Switch, which is portable and it could also plug into your plug into your TV. And the Joy-Cons detach and stuff like that, so you can play motion-censored games and stuff like that. You can't do that on the Switch Lite. So that's two different models problem. But that's why I said know which one you're getting before you buy a Switch. Then we got PS5. You got no Game Pass, which that's Xbox's biggest strength because you get 100 games for a $15 membership every month. So you start off with $1. And then after every renewal, it's $15. So you don't get that with PlayStation. You don't get no Switch or an Xbox games. I already covered it with these two. Availability, as of right now, with the whole pandemic economic in 2021 and from last year, 2020, it is very hard to find a PS5. So that's difficult. But it's also hard finding an Xbox, which I'm going to cover in a second. Repetitive exclusives. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this one, but I've played Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man, and stuff like that, and it's like an interactive movie sort of thing. Cutscene heaven, but if that's your thing, if you like those games, go for it. Go for PlayStation. Like straight up go for it if that is what you like. I don't like that. I like to be more hands-on, like playing the game, that sort of thing. That's my style, which doesn't really fit with PlayStation. My favorite PlayStation exclusive was God of War. That was really great. That's a really great game. My least favorite is gonna be Last of Us. I didn't like it at all. And then we got not portable, which they used to have a PS Vita and then they got rid of it. So PlayStation doesn't have the portability like the Switch does. And few backwards compatibility games. That's another strength Xbox has. That Xbox will let you play games from the older generations all the way back to the original. PlayStation cannot do that for you. So that's a con for them. And that's all I have to say about PlayStation. Now we're getting into Xbox. No Switch and PlayStation games. I already covered it. It's kind of weird because it's all in a line, but I already covered that. Availability. This is a funny one, and I'm going to tie it in with this one, the two different models. Let's start with the two different models. The two different models is the Xbox Series S, which goes with the white controller, which is what I have. It has no CD drive. It's a Game Pass machine. It only comes with 500 gigabytes of memory and that sort of thing. You need Game Pass or buy your games digitally. There is no CD drive. You cannot watch movies or play CD games on the Series S. That's the white Xbox with that circle vent that's colored like this shade. And then you got the Series X, the mini fridge, that brick thing. It stands up, it's a brick. It has a CD tray, and it's black. And that comes with 1 terabyte of memory. PS5 has 1 terabyte of memory as well, I think. But the Series S's, you can find those easy anywhere, like for real. But the Series X is extremely, extremely hard to find. You're probably more likely to get a PS5 than an Xbox Series X, the mini fridge. That's the truth. This one, the Series S, is available in a lot of places. So that's the confusion. Con is the two different models and the confusion between the names. Xbox should not have named it Series X and Series S. They should have chosen two different distinctive names that you could tell the massive difference. So that's because of the availability. And also the Series X, the white Xbox, the Series S, is not as strong performance-wise as a PS5 and is not as strong performance-wise as a Series X. Xbox's black console, the strongest Xbox. Another con For Xbox, batteries, and this is where PlayStation and Nintendo have their strengths. The Switch, you just charge it up. PlayStation, you got a Droid charger, you can charge the controller up. Xbox, you can't really do that. You got two AA batteries. I'm not sure if they have rechargeable batteries, like you can buy them separate. I'm not sure if they have it. If they do, comment below and let me know about it. But in the most cases, it's just two AA batteries, and cost of batteries, you got to factor that in and as well. So that's a con with Xbox. But it's also a pro at the same time, because if your charger breaks for PlayStation, you're out. But with an Xbox, you get batteries, so it depends on what you're trying to do. Another con for Xbox, no VR. PC has VR, PlayStation has VR, Xbox does not have VR technology. So that's another con if you're looking for that sort of thing. And the last con for Xbox, Xbox Series S heat. And that's the white Xbox. It gets very hot. So you gotta get a fan for it. I'm gonna show you on screen right now what I mean by a fan. Got a plug-in fan right here. And you see how it's on top of the vent right here. And the thing's gonna blow. I made sure it's plugged in, and you gotta clean your fan too. You keep it cool, because you got vent right here, and vent right here. One final piece of advice before you buy any console: go to Walmart, Target, Best Buy, whatever, and see if they have those things in the media section or game section where you can like play in store on the stuff before you buy, like straight up, because I don't need you buying something that you're just not good at or you don't like, and you waste your money, because not all the time can you return technology and stuff. And GameStop is one of the worst places to like deal with, like as far as selling your stuff. So find which one works for you. Have fun. Remember everything in this video. Reference it back if you need to. Thank you for watching.